February is the month of big launches: Elden Ring, Dying Light 2 and Horizon Forbidden West. But we have some indie gems too, like Sifu and Sol Cresta by Platinum Games. Not Tonight 2 is also coming out this month. So let's take a deep dive at some of the best games coming out this month. OlliOlli World is a 2D platformer skateboarding game. The player can ride walls and grind on rails to increase their score. OlliOlli World introduces elements new to the franchise, such as quarter pipes and branching pads. OlliOlli World comes out in February 8 for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X.
Across the desert and into picturesque sketch side. Suze, just roll that back a sec. Whoa, hello. Ghost trees, zombies, all these aliens? There's some weird stuff in Radlandia. Just ask Mike. The only thing that hypes him more than a good mystery is a gnarly trick. Whoopah! And as anyone who's been skating for a while will tell you, if you want to wall ride, grind, or slide across moving obstacles, you'll inevitably hit a bunch of stuff or bounce off some things you were supposed to smash through. And that's okay. Just get Ship-On to teleport you back with her skate wizard powers and go again. That's the spirit. Make Dad proud.
Zorya the Celestial Sisters is a 2-player asymmetric co-op puzzle game. Embark on a puzzle-filled adventure where you and your partner must prove that you can communicate and collaborate. Zorya the Celestial Sisters comes out in February 8 for PC and Nintendo Switch.
In the shadows, the night was lost, and the world was dying. But Aisu has finally been found. The Sun Goddess yearns to be reunited with her sister so that balance can be restored to this once fertile world. Now, share a connection in this crossplay puzzle co-op as you and your sister, friend, or family member work together to reunite these celestial goddesses and restore harmony to the world.
Sifu is a beat-em-up game where we play as a young kung fu apprentice looking for revenge, but there's a twist. Each time our character dies, he gets older. It's a mechanic that intrigues me and looks quite fun, because every time we fail, we learn from our mistakes. Sifu comes out in February 8 for PC on the Epic Game Store, PS4 and PS5.
You will age. When encountering a challenging situation, it allows players to try again, and to adapt and learn. Death is the opportunity for players to spend their experience points on skills and unlock new ways of tackling their opposition. While that may give you a sense of invulnerability at first, it won't last. The more you die, the faster you'll age. Your life energy is limited, and you will pay for each mistake. Past a certain age, your pendant will not save you anymore. And last death will be the final one. A useful tool that will outlast your demise. The detective board will keep track of all the information you've gathered on your 5 targets and their respective lairs. Should time catch up with you before you reach the end of your quest, it will help you get back on track with key information about hidden weapons and shortcuts. It will help you achieve your revenge, but it won't replace training and practice. Do you have what it takes to know Kung Fu?
The Metroidvania Unbound World support finally comes out on consoles in February 9 for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Kingdom of the Dead is a pen and ink drawn horror FPS video game with focus and exploration, featuring bosses and elements like FPS games of the 90s. Kingdom of the Dead comes out in February 10 for PC. EGGLIA Rebirth is a turn-based RPG from the artists from Secret of Mana. In the game, you'll need to hunt down monsters for experience and gather resources using a turn-based dice combat system, and you'll also be tasked with growing a village and building and customizing homes. EGGLIA Rebirth comes out in February 10 for Nintendo Switch.
たちが表情豊かにお出迎え。可愛い精霊たちはとっても心強い味方。この冬、ブラウニーズが送るとびっきりな出会いと別れの物語。
Rise of the Third Power is a retro-themed console-style role-playing game, loosely based on the political climate of Europe in the late 1930s. The game features a beautiful pixel art style and an intriguing plot that will hook you until the end. Rise of the Third Power comes out in February 10 for PC. Edge of Eternity, a JRPG made by a small indie studio that launched on Early Access, finally is coming to consoles in February 10 for PS4, PS5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, and in February 23 for the Nintendo Switch.
No questions, we have to go.
You have suffered enough. The war has taken everything from you. But don't lose faith. I will find a cure for the corrosion.
Look out, he's corroded!
I'd start running if I were you.
I'll show you how it's done. Traitor, lend me your strength.
Massacre mode activated.
Let's go!
This will hurt, and not in a good way.
Not Tonight 2, the sequel to the fantastic Not Tonight, lets us play as 3 bouncers in a broken America. The gameplay is like Papers, Please. We must check IDs to see if people are allowed inside clubs, churches, casinos, and some weird places. Not Tonight 2 comes out in February 11 for PC. Retro-style Metroidvania with lots of RPG systems like different skills, a leveling system, challenging dungeons and bosses, and even multiple endings based on your decisions. Infernax comes out in February 14 for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. Sol Cresta is a retro shoot-em-up by Hideki Kamiya, creator of Resident Evil, Bayonetta, and some other fantastic games. The game uses 3 different ships that you can change formation and fuse to strike your enemies. Sol Cresta comes out in February 22 for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PS5.